There we go. We are live. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Rob, Hollow Avarice, back again with some gaming goodness. Today we are here with something that happened earlier today, the Genshin Impact Special Program. Almost always, I think, of the past however many Genshin Special Programs, they always happen Friday morning. So I'm sitting here. Oh, wait a second. I have off on Friday. It's Juneteenth. I have off. That's awesome. I'll be able to live react to it in the morning. And for the first time, they're like, actually, you know what? We're going to do it on Thursday. Why? I don't know. It's always a week and a half before the patch launches on Friday. But this time, nah, Thursday. So I didn't get to react to it, and then I went out after work because it was our last day of the week, so a bunch of us went out. But I am back, and I'm here to react to this now. So let me pull open my screen share, swap over my sound. All right, the Genshin Impact Luna 8 special program. Sandrone, we know Sandrone is going to be the character. What? Chill out. What is going on? I avoided YouTube for the day. $4,500 kilobytes down to 3,000. What is up with my internet? It's kind of all over the map. Do I have... Oh, I have something uploading in the background. So I'm going to cancel these uploads. Something is uploading. It's just going to take another 34 seconds. So I'm just going to wait till that's done. Yeah. So obviously we know... Dear travelers, this special program will feature juicy details about the new game content, developments in Luna 8, drop some redemption codes. Okay, nothing big. Okay, 18 seconds left. Okay. There we go. We also reacted to the Sandrone animated short yesterday, and I really enjoyed that. That was kind of awesome. And then we did a breakdown of the new Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer, which was really cool. There we go. Everything should be done uploading in the background, so that should make this a little more stable. Consistently over 4,000 now. We're all good. All right. With that out of the way, let's turn this up. Here we go. Oh, let's turn this up too. Are we... Space? We're going to space? to the moon! That's a spaceship! This kind of looks like Secret Source Dragon Tech. We're going to the moon, baby! That's a Nodcry Island.
I must return to the moon. There lies my mission.
Whose voice is that? Luanatar? Again, it looks Secret Source. Is our next area on the moon? Is this a playable moon area? Is that a space elevator?
After the Pioneer landed, he began to explore the moon and circumlunar zone. One day, while in the circumlunar zone,
What is that?
he received a mysterious signal.
It's a space elevator.
from deep space.
All I want is to go back home and see what other gifts Alen wanted.
Marianne's house.
I really can't go anywhere without running into you two.
Through form is truth revealed. Is she a Claymore user? What was that robot? Cannons. That's very pretty.
Our film, A Homecoming, officially begins.
Is that an outfit for Sitlali? I saw there was an outfit for Charlotte and Sitlali.
Entertainment industry. No one would choose to sit
She
this
already
one
figured.
out. This detective costume really suits me.
Take this lunar arcanum.
Does that count as a prophecy?
The reverse.
Barbeloff.
moon.
I'm gonna have to do a big breakdown of this.
The terminal has detected the appearance of an unknown individual.
Holy, what is this?
Turn the moon into a space-based weapon.
That was Nibelung's plan, right?
I already learned the truth at the moon's core. As for this place, it is the masterpiece of that Dragon Lord of Darkness.
The Dragon
She
King.
is the key to activating Project Moongazer.
Ow, my
Don't
knee.
go, Columbina.
Ow.
We knew what this order would cost from the beginning.
That's the Narcissus Tornado!
If Colin
More Narcissus Crates!
the spaceship's our only chance.
Project Moongazer. It responded to me.
I have
Is that the friggin' Death Star?
about how she views that descender.
If what Alen said is
And is that
true,
Narcissus
I'm going to
Crates?
be, born anew. Inverted. World formula. Reversion.
Sunny Summer Fontanalia. Hey, Solar, what's taking place? I got no idea. We got Moonbase. We got the Death Star. We got a robot girl. We have a reporter in a little detective costume. I got no clue what's going on. We got a long guillotine and the Narcissus Kreuzordo and the return of the wizard, who was actually a bunch of water that was made of an amalgam of souls and memories, and we did that in a whole completely unvoiced 20-something hour world series of 3 world quests. I got no clue what's going on. I'm gonna watch that again later. That looks well. We're going to the moon!
Hello, travelers! I'm Zach Aguilar, the voice of
Oh,
the Mill
Columbina
Traveler
has a little
Ether.
Sandrone doll.
And hosting with
doll.
me today, we have...
Hi everyone, I'm Emmy Lowe, the voice of Columbina.
Hi guys, I'm Skylar Davenport, the voice of Sitlali.
She does not sound like Sitlali at all.
Here.
Spice!
And to all our travelers out there, welcome to the version Luna 8 special program, Sunny Summer Fontanalia.
Fontanali.
This is a very important quick diatribe. Sorry. Tim Curry space. Sorry, this is incredibly important. Genshin Impact is escaping.
I'm escaping to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Space!
There we go.
Yeah, wait, isn't that the name of a festival in Fontaine?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, we've done the Fontanalia Film Festival. That's where we first met Chiori and
All
Chevreuse.
those fun memories.
Yep, and the fun continues in this version because in addition
And it was the
to
Murder
our
Mystery
friends from
Roses and
Fontaine,
Muskets,
a
I think it was
special
called.
guest is also going to be at this year's Fontanalia Film Festival.
You mean Columbina, right?
That's right. After things settle down in Nod Cry, she might expand.
Ooh, does this mean we're gonna get an interaction between Columbina and Nouvellette? She referred to Nouvellette as another dragon who imprisons people, because her sisters, the other moon goddesses, were themselves imprisoned by Nibelung.
And her horizons a bit. And with the festival going on, Nefer recommended a trip to Fontaine.
Oh, is that the only reason?
That was 4
though?
point. I want to say 4.5 or
Fontaine is
4.6.
also Sandrone's homeland, isn't it?
True. But no one knows what happened to her after that battle in Nod Cry against the Torre. The suspense is killing me.
Then maybe you'll be happy to hear that the wait is over. Once travelers head to Fontaine, an unexpected reunion with this old friend isn't too far off.
Oh god, I love her clockwork eyes.
Self-introduction? Very well. For the sake of etiquette, I'll humor you just this once. Behold, before you stands Marionette, 7th of the Fatui Harbingers. Hi everyone, I'm Deneen Mulledy, the voice of Sandrone. The wait is over. I'm just so happy she's back.
That was awesome.
Song of the Welkin Moon, scherzo. Scherzo is a musical term meaning very quick, very bouncy, like a short, quick, fun melody, right?
Welcome!
Yay, thank you.
Welcome back.
So based on that, it might not be the biggest.
Thanks. Oh, wait. Should I give a more Sandrone-like answer? Like,
Sandrone.
So Sandrone. It was so surreal seeing Sandrone in that version.
That's so
trailer.
Sandrone.
It's been too long.
I know, personality-wise,
There you
it
go.
doesn't seem like she's changed much. Still the grumpy Sandrone we all know and love.
Oh,
true,
too much background.
but
Give me
I
a
feel
second.
like travelers have got to be wondering how she came back to life. I know I am.
Yeah, does it have something to do with the final gift we heard about in her animated short?
Well, Elen did leave behind a gift for her, but she actually never knew anything about it.
That's a
So
little
that
better.
means during the battle against the Torre, she really was prepared for it to be the end.
Yep.
Yeah.
She
Again,
was
loved the
putting
ending
life
of her
on the
battle
line during that
against-
battle. So when she woke up,
Her hiding the thing inside of Polonia was awesome. Oh, wait, I didn't see
Not
Polonia in her
It
kit.
was a surprise to her as well. Elen's final gift was kind of like a second chance.
Huh. But the damage she sustained in that battle was so severe. Why didn't the second chance activate right then and there?
Now that's the question. There's actually another factor at play in all of this. We're gonna get into it in a bit, but for now, all you need to know is that she owes her recovery to a combination of things.
Oh, okay. So there's a story
And we're gonna
there.
hear it in her story quest.
You know, speaking of the animated short, it was so cool to get a little insight into Sandrone and Elen's life together.
Right. The Lord Artificer, Elen Guillotin, Sandrone's creation.
Again, it looks like we're getting a
Notes
lot of the
mention
stuff
that Elen
there.
built her in his later years as a way to remember his sister, Marianne.
And speaking of, both Alan and Marianne have some connection to the Narcissenkreuz Ordo, right? That mysterious organization in Fontaine.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right. In certain quests, we even see a photo from when the two of them were kids.
Yep.
Then, in his later years, Elen had
Oh, hold on.
Sandrone, the two of them.
Elan, Marianne. This was the director, Lyris, right? The Oceanid. I forget the assistant director. Then there was Jacob Ingold. Let me pull up my Genshin document. Genshin document. Okay, Genshin lore. I have a complete document of all my Genshin lore. Give it a second, it's loading. Including every character. I'm still working on it. It's well over 80 pages now, though. And it tracks all the way from... Oh. Don't do that. The old world... The different dragon sovereigns... The first era... Alright, Ingold. Yeah, here. Lyris, the Oceanid director of the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. So this is after Egeria died in the conflict near Tunigi Hollow. The Great Beast of Linus. The Great Flood. Jacob and Renee. Renee de Petrichor, that was it. So it was Jacob Ingold and Renee de Petrichor, adopted by... Or Jacob and Renee were adopted by Carl Ingold, while Marianne and Elaine were adopted by Emmanuel Guillotine from the Narcissenkreuz. Yeah. That was during the Cataclysm. Then we go to post-Cataclysm Fontaine. Focalor strips herself of her humanity. Hide the Gnosis inside the Order treats Mechanique. Here. The Ingold family... Carl Renee Jacob left to explore Conria, guided by the Order of Skeptics. Jacob could not continue due to his weak constitution. Unknown to Carl, Renee used abyssal power to save Jacob. They also used the formulas they found to predict the date of the next and final Fontanian flood. Jacob and Renee returned to Fontaine to discover the remains of a Linus and experiment on that blood, that of an abyss-tainted dragon created by Rheindadir, and began having Jacob eat dragon flesh to absorb its power. During this time, he loses the need to eat and gains access to a new form, an Abyss Herald. They meet their childhood friends Alon and Marianne, who recommend they join the Institute of Philosophy. We then learned that the blood resembled scarlet quartz of dragon spine. Renee recruited researchers to join the Narcissenkreuz Ordo, which was designed to help Fontaine survive the flood. Jacob Renee ran a failed experiment on Alon's research assistant Carter Scorbius that created Caterpillar. Stricken half comatose, tissue being destroyed, too much for Alon, who left the Ordo, followed by Marianne. They joined the Marechaussee Phantom. They built the sentient dog Seymour to be Marianne's companion, and Alon began the development of the Gardamex. The Oceanid Lyris returned and took up residence in the Narcissenkreuz Institute, found by Jacob to join the Ordo. Renee became the first test subject to have his personality removed using the Holy Blade of Narcissenkreuz and Lyris' power, merging consciousness into an aggregate form, and that became the Hydrotulpa. The experiment failed, Renee dissolved, rescued by Jacob, who became the new leader. Jacob completes the construction of the Tower of Ipsissimus, created the Hydrotulpa using Lyris to recover the consciousness of Renee, and the corpse of Carter to create a reborn Renee, now called the Master. They uncovered the research of the Golden Troop, put Carter's remains in a hilichurl to make Caterpillar the sentient hilichurl, merge all Fontaine into one consciousness. Emmanuel, Alon, and Marianne hired to investigate. Emmanuel and the champion duelist Marfis are ambushed, dissolved, and absorbed, giving him all the memories about the investigation. The Master gained the knowledge of Alon's new clockwork mecha, and wanted to use them as new bodies for the people of Fontaine, similar to what happened in the Ancient Sea. I'm blanking on the name. Underneath the island of Petrichor. Yeah, in Fontaine. revealing they had completely come to the Book of Revelations. Narcissus and Croyd sent Jacob, Caterpillar, and Lyris to the remains of Alinus to draw in the hunters. Marianne and Seymour go. The explosion kills most of them. Marianne is wounded and died. Lyris absorbed part of her, turning Lyris into the little Mary Ann Oceanid. Seymour was heavily damaged. Jacob survives but flees. Caterpillar is found guilty and is imprisoned in the form of a human child, which was very weird. Along after the Marechaussee, he established the Arca system. He recreated a sister that he named Sandrone, a machine so advanced it had adapted independent thought, will, and emotion. He treats Sandrone as a daughter and a structure in the way of machines. They developed together the advanced machine Polonia just before he passes on. And that was all just before Neuvillette was invited to join. Okay.
More kids. Then, in his later years, Alen had Sandrone by his side. They were family, and the days they spent together were quiet and peaceful.
So nice.
Yeah.
Wow. No wonder remembering Alen's funeral made Sandrone so upset in that animated short.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Columbina definitely tried to cheer her up, but
Creepy and weird.
are always a bit unconventional.
Well, honestly, before joining the Fatui, I doubt Sandrone ever expected to get close to Columbina, Arlecchino, and Rosaline, let alone have tea parties with them.
Yeah.
Yes, that scene was so sweet.
Yeah.
I'm sure those are nostalgic memories for all of them.
Totally.
Aww.
Especially Columbina and Sandrone.
Yeah.
They're actually really close. They even played games together during Moon Prayer Night.
Oh yeah, underneath that tough exterior, you can totally tell Sandrone has a soft spot for
Totally.
Columbina.
No. It's more like Columbina wore her down over time.
Same thing.
Well, but of course, she was part of the Columbina rescue plan.
Part of it, her formula is the whole reason we were able to bring Columbina back.
Yeah, the way she faced Ettore head on just to give us the chance to complete it.
Oh, it was so good.
I know.
She put herself in danger and ultimately sacrificed everything to save her friend. That really says a lot.
Yeah, which is why it was even harder for Columbina to accept that she was gone.
Besties for sure.
Well, honestly, that was also emotional. But the good news is, she's back now! Yay!
Wait, speaking of, I noticed she has a new mechanism by her side too.
That ain't Polonia.
The Facilitatrice Automatisée Généraliste Interactive et Omnitâche.
Wow, good job.
Yay!
Well, pardon my French. Also known as Baggio.
Wow, a new helper. Oh, she looks super cool. Hold on, I don't think we've seen Polonia yet, though.
Yeah.
Right, Polonia was really put through the ringer and not cried.
Bring back
And sustained a lot
Polonia.
of damage during the battle against Ettore. I'm starting to get worried.
I know. But unfortunately, that's something travelers are going to have to wait to uncover in game.
Well, just based on the name
They
alone,
better bring back
Baggio
Polonia.
seems pretty impressive.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure. Basically, she's an
Bring
all-purpose
back
automaton.
Polonia.
From everyday chores to intense combat encounters, she can do it all.
Wow.
Oh, even if her name is kind of a mouthful.
You know, from the land of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse.
Bring back Polonia.
Expect nothing less.
Sandrone's eyes kind of look different too. It looks like there are little gears inside of them.
Yeah, and I see some new gems and accessories on her skirt. Very fancy.
Right?
Bring back her
There are a
long
lot of
skirt.
little added details. But wait, doesn't Sandrone's vision look a little different than other characters?
Yeah, the diamond-shaped
you're right.
vision.
It's star-shaped.
Or star-shaped, yeah.
Yes, this is important because it's not your typical vision. It's actually a stellar linchpin.
What's that?
Well, remember when I said Alen's gift wasn't the only reason Sandrone was able to wake up? Well, this is the other reason. Stellar linchpins are extremely rare, and according to Fatui research, they have some connection to the third
Ooh,
descendant.
we're gonna get new Descender lore.
Whoa, okay.
The one who was
I didn't
chopped up
expect
and
us
made
to
into the
casually
Gnosis.
start talking about Descenders.
Honestly, though, to this day, no one knows exactly what causes a stellar linchpin to manifest. But what we do know is that those who wield them can alter certain elemental reactions.
Oh, so kind of like the lunar reactions, where powers outside the 7 elements are involved.
Exactly. Take Sandrone, for example. She wields a cryo-stellar linchpin and can convert the superconduct reaction into stellar conduct, temporarily.
All right, we saw a lot of that with Lowen's kit.
into
That
a
stellar
full-star
conduct is
field.
going to be a big thing.
Wait. That
And there was
must
a
be this
new-
area centered around the star-shaped crystal, right? I remember it from the Sneznyha preview teaser.
That's right.
Ooh.
Enemies within this AoE will have their physical resistance reduced. But more importantly, the pulsar
Physical
field
shred?
will store dissipating cryo and electro-elemental energies. This stored energy can
Make
then
Eula
be used
useful?
to increase the stellar conduct, cryo, and
Oh, sorry, that's why- so that's why they're
characters
boosting?
within this AoE.
So that's why they're boosting. We know that they're doing improvements for Yaimiko, Risley, Beto, Chi-Chi, Diona. So a lot of cryo and electro characters are getting support, probably all centered around stellar conduct.
In addition, certain characters will gain special abilities while within the Polestar field.
Oh, so we get buffed, and enemies get less physical resistance. Sounds like stellar conduct is going to be a powerful tool in our arsenal.
Yep, that's right. Plus, in Sneznyha, stellar conduct will have unique gameplay applications outside of combat.
Cool. When Sandrone's in the party, superconduct reactions triggered by all party members are converted into stellar conduct. So that's cryo and electro. And all party members will deal increased stellar conduct damage. So she's made for cryo electro teams. So her, I don't know if she's going to be on field or off field, but her, Yaimiko, Columbina, and Sitlali could probably be a really solid team. Or if we want to replace Columbina with Raiden Shogun or Inefa for like solid off-field electro, and then Sitlali as a cryo shielder, and or maybe replace one of those two electros with Escoffier for consistent cryo application.
Do.
Sandrone can smoothly chain her attacks on the field. Additionally, within the pole star field, certain types of damage will be considered stellar conduct. Fagio. Sandrone can direct Fagio to periodically fire condensed beams with her charge attack, accumulating its decoding power over time. When the decoding power reaches its maximum, her firing rate will slow down. At this point, Sandrone can use her elemental skill to rapidly reduce said power, restoring Fagio to the original firing rate. And a portable tea table can invite characters to a tea party.
So cool. And with the arrival of Sandrone, the chance to experiment with this new reaction is just around the corner.
I'm excited.
Yeah, now that she has this stellar linchpin, what are her combat skills like?
Well, it definitely allows her to make greater use of her computational abilities. With the help of the stellar conduct reaction, she's able to control various mechanisms and flexibly deal damage. So let's take a second to see her in action.
Yeah, let's see what she plays like. Cute.
This skirt really wasn't made for weather like this. How in the blazes did Rosalind used to cope?
So you don't like the skirt either? Okay. That's some crazy. Oh, I like how floaty she looks. That looks wild.
Let's test my hypothesis. What a joke.
At least she still seems sassy.
Oh, I love all the mechanical elements. Using all
So
those
she a
mechanisms,
claymore?
Like she barely has to lift a finger.
Of course, it would be unbecoming of a lady to muddy her hem.
She's so floaty, just like Arlecchino.
Already, stellar conduct is a big part of her kit. Not only can she convert the superconduct reaction into stellar conduct, but she can also increase the stellar conduct damage of her entire team.
Whoa. Oh, yeah. Looks like her attacks pack a bigger punch under the effects of stellar conduct.
That's right. Sandrone often
Not
lets her
seeing
mechanisms
numbers.
do the dirty work for her. For example, with her charged attack.
So it looks like she's
Sandrone
gonna be
will
on
command
field.
Fagio to fire condensed beams at enemies. The damage dealt by her condensed beams is considered stellar conduct damage.
Ooh, attacks like this usually have some sort of overload mechanic, right? Is that true for Sandrone as well?
Yes. Continuously firing condensed beams will cause Fagio to accumulate decoding power. Sandrone can then use her elemental skill to decrease Fagio's decoding power, while quickly maneuvering around the field and firing prism shots at enemies.
Nice. Wow. Okay, couldn't have said it better myself.
Yay, I got it right!
Yep. Basically, by alternating between her charged attack
Gotcha.
and elemental
It builds
skill,
that gauge on the
Sandrone
side,
can
and then you
leverage her
switch
mechanical
to...
prowess and Fagio's powerful beams to clear out the field with ease. But that's only part of her tactical strategy. With her elemental bursts, Sandrone bombards enemies with artillery fire and light beams, dealing AoE cryo damage. If Sandrone is within the Polestar field, the damage of the light beams is also considered stellar conduct damage.
Okay.
Wow, it's crazy how
What is the
powerful
field
and
setup?
elegant she is at the same time. Not a hair out of place.
Yeah, even when bombarding us with a boatload of firepower.
Yup. Man, it's gonna be so fun to explore Sneznyha with Sandrone too.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
Sneznyha is
thinking.
where the Fatui headquarters are, after all. I feel like we can
I
definitely
can do...
expect
We
Sandrone
have enough
to play
characters for a
part
full
in the
Fatui team.
upcoming story.
You know, the main headquarters of the Adventurers Guild.
So we have enough for a cryo melt team, right? Sandrone, Arlecchino, Colombina, and at this point Tartaglia. Although I would have preferred if we got Rosaline as a pyro. I think that would have been really cool.
Are also in Sneznyha. I was just thinking about that because the Traveler first met Sandrone at the Adventurers Guild in Nod Cry.
Right, when she took Catherine's place.
Well, Catherine is Sandrone's creation, so in retrospect, I guess we shouldn't have been so surprised. Oh, but I'll let you
Yep,
in
the
on
key
a
on the
little
back.
secret. If you turn in your daily commissions to Catherine with Sandrone
My
and the
lady!
party, in addition to the regular rewards, you'll receive dessert rewards as well.
Dessert.
Guess Sandrone still loves a good tea party.
Well, of course.
Every Catherine has
inviting
dessert
friends
ready
over
for Lady
afternoon
Sandrone,
tea is
just
how
in
a
case.
lady engages with polite society. Plus, to make hosting tea parties even easier, Sandrone invented a portable tea table. All you need to do is send out an invitation letter, and you can enjoy afternoon tea with friends.
Oh, I wonder if she met them during the Fontanalia Film Festival.
Oh, that sounds possible. If the last Fontanalia festival is anything to go by, I feel like travelers are going to have a lot to look forward to this time around.
For sure. So, let's get into it, shall we? Does everyone remember Risley's giant ship, the Wingalette?
Yes!
I mean, it looks familiar.
He had... It wasn't as important as we thought it was going to be, but they said it dropped the giant hooks into the water during the Fontanian flood and rescued mass amounts of people. And it was built in the Fortress of Meropide. And then disappeared and we never saw it again.
No, that's the ark he built in the Fortress of Meropide, right? To deal with the whole prophecy situation?
Yes, that's right. It turns out an aquarium will be opening on the Wingalette during the Fontanalia Film Festival. And it seems like Sandrone has her own room on this ship as well.
Wait, and are those two things related? Sandrone being on the ship and the aquarium?
I mean, based on what we know about her so far, I'd be pretty surprised if she suddenly developed a passion for marine animals.
Yeah, there must be another reason then.
Guess travelers will just have to play through the story to find out.
Well, Sandrone's activities might be a mystery, but Colombina's aboard the ship for a much more straightforward reason. She's actually acting in one of the films, and her crew is shooting on the Wingalette.
Right where Sandrone is staying? The intrigue.
I know. I'm so excited for travelers.
So wait, is this going to be a story quest? A la, like, Paralogism, which had a festival as part of the story? Because if it's all about Sandrone's return, I'm assuming it's part of the story itself. So it might not be the event, but I don't know.
To see how it all plays out. So, be sure to check out the Sunny Summer Fontanalia event during the new version. For a limited...
Oh no, there. Summer event. So it is an event. They're bringing Sandrone back in a side event. Is it, again, the kind of thing that will be available a la last year's summer event at the Easy Breezy Resort?
time, completing the event story will also reward travelers with additional ascension materials for Sandrone! Yay!
All this talk about the Winglet must mean Risley's making an appearance during the festival too, right?
Yep. In fact, during filming, Columbina even convinced him to check out a
Barbeloff.
mysterious fortune-telling stall, though fate may have been leading him there already.
Wait, is that Barbeloth's Dodoco? So the Hexenzirkel's in Fontaine now?
That's right. Apparently, it's because Barbeloth happened to catch a glimpse of a strange omen during a recent divination.
Ooh, very mysterious. And it had something to do with the traveler's friends?
That's right.
Yumi
And
Mizuki,
Risley isn't the only one who's been
Beto.
guided here by fate. Mage B's stall has been getting quite
Diona.
a few visitors.
Yep, and that's when she uses Lunar Arcana to read their future.
That was
For
the
example,
card game that
Risley
Columbina
draws the
used.
Upright Emperor card.
Fancy.
Whoa, that sounds impressive. What does it mean?
Don't worry. Barbeloth will explain the revelations of the Lunar Arcana in-game. In addition to her insights, each character that visits her stall will also receive a tangible boost to their abilities, including ones relating to the Stellar Conduct reaction.
So that's how these characters are gonna get their buffs. We had the witch's homework for the Hexerai characters. All of these characters are gonna be Revelation characters or Stella Conduct. So Chi-Chi, Yumi Mizuki, who's the only Animo character on this list. That's interesting. Because Chi-Chi, Risley, and Diona are Cryo. Yai, Sino, and Beto are Electro. Yumi Mizuki's Animo.
For example, after Risley's revelation is unveiled, whenever he's within the Polestar
So it's
field
their
generated
witch's
by the
homework.
Stellar Conduct reaction, he'll be able to restore HP more frequently with his charged attacks, allowing him to unleash more enhanced normal attacks.
Yae Miko's Sessho Sakuras are also getting enhanced. Not only will their duration be extended, but they
Awesome.
won't be destroyed after she casts her elemental burst.
Awesome.
Plus, when Yae Miko is within
That's
the Polestar
very
field,
good.
the lightning strikes from her Sessho Sakura will be able to deal additional damage, and that damage is considered Stellar Conduct damage.
In
That's
addition, When
huge.
Chi-Chi is within a Polestar
She needed
field,
that.
her elemental skill will provide the party with a damage bonus to reactions like Stellar Conduct and deal additional damage alongside the active character.
And when
More
Sino is
off-field
within a
support
Polestar
for
field,
Chi-Chi?
his elemental skill will allow him to temporarily enter the Pack-Sworn Path Clearer state to deal quick bursts of damage over a short period of time.
Let's go! These are just some examples of the witch's revelations travelers can look forward to in Luna 8. We don't have time to introduce them all, so be sure to check out the rest in game. And
Go.
as for the new reactions coming in Sneznyha, Stellar Conduct is just the beginning, so buckle up, travelers!
So thanks to these revelations, a bunch of our old friends are not only getting stronger, but they can now interact with the Stellar Conduct mechanic as well.
That's right. Basically, after unveiling their revelation, some of their talents and skills will be enhanced while within a Polestar field.
Ooh, awesome. So, if
Cool.
you have any of those characters, you can pair
I
them
do.
with Sandrone and see all the new things they can do with the Stellar Conduct mechanic.
Of course.
Who would be fun? I was a Beto main for a while. And I love Sino's playstyle. He just never really got it, so maybe this could really help with Sino. I'm intrigued. I'm gonna do
also
some.
other changes in store as part of these revelations, as well as interesting stories associated with the Lunar Arcana card each character draws, but we'll leave that for travelers to experience for themselves.
Oh, plus the characters with the Witch's Revelation will also be featured on the Light Race Wish banner, so don't miss out if you're interested.
Oh, a
And
special
as for
banner.
our
Just
other
hold up.
event featured on the Light Race.
They're doing Skyward Blade for Chi-Chi? Okay. I don't have any. I have Skyward Blade because it's a standard weapon.
Wish banner, so don't
Yeah,
miss out
solid
if you're
buffs.
interested.
And as for our other event wishes, in the first half of Luna 8, travelers
Sandrone
can
and
look forward to
Citlali.
event wishes for Sandrone and Citlali. A
Phase
new
2 is
5-star
Columbina.
Claymore, a teaspoon Spoon of Transcendence will also be
That's a
featured
cool
on the
weapon. It likes the
banner.
key on her
And
back.
in the second half of Luna 8,
Columbina and Rai? Oh, wow.
Columbina and the Raiden Shogun. Yay, rerun!
All right, it's about time for our first break. We'll be back with information on
Let's
a
get our code.
mysterious new area, so stay tuned.
Yay!
Marionette. That's a very beautiful image. Again, I really want her original outfit, which is the bottom of this, to be like a skin. Although I really think the skins we should get for every character should be their Fatui costumes. Because aside from Signora and Wanderer, we've seen every Fatui in their full Fatui regalia. And I think that would be a really cool alternative outfit. I'd buy all of them. I would. Although if we had that as an alternate Sandrone, and if we had Scaramouche as an alternate Wanderer, I would buy both of those.
Welcome back, travelers.
Wait a second. That planet in the background, is that Teyvat?
That's right! This summer, we're heading on a very special adventure, so strap in, everyone, and prepare for launch!
Oh my god, we're actually in outer space?
Spice!
This is incredible! When you mentioned a special adventure, I didn't think it would take us outside of Teyvat.
And not just anywhere outside of Teyvat. We're heading to...
That kind of looks like... Sorry, hold on. I think it was called the Interceptor. I think it looks like Darth... No, it wasn't Darth Maul's Interceptor. What? Oh, God, I'm trying to remember which ship that was. The circle in the center.
The moon.
Dun dun dun.
It looks amazing! Look at those buildings! This place is looking a lot different than when Columbina brought us here before.
Well, she did say she wanted to clean up.
Sorry. I was moving too many things around.
The place a bit before inviting the Traveler back. Even the area with the Traveler's spaceship looks completely different.
Yeah, seems like Columbina has been taking great care of this place. So, are we here for this summer adventure at her invitation?
It's a bit more complicated than that. The traveler actually notices that Columbina's been acting a bit off, and out of concern, follows her all the way to some ancient dragon ruins.
Inside the ruins, the
What is
Traveler
going
requires a
on?
mysterious power known as Archeoloon energy.
I don't know what's going on, but... Let me check. Yeah, my internet's good. I don't know, man.
Summer adventure at her invitation?
It's a bit more complicated than that. The traveler actually notices that Columbina's been acting a bit off, and out of concern, follows her all the way to some ancient dragon ruins.
Inside the ruins, the Traveler acquires a mysterious power known as Archeoloon energy, which seems to be able to manipulate gravity.
Archeoloon energy. So
Yes.
these ruins must have something to do with the moon. Are there clues here about why Columbina is acting strange?
So we're getting a new Nodcry area. Again, it doesn't
The
look like a
traveler
big
will encounter
area.
a strange black Kuhenki. We think she might have some connection to Columbina.
So it's
and
not
when we follow
Lunatar.
her, the trail leads straight to a lunar shuttle.
Oh, so that's the spaceship we saw earlier.
Yep. After we explain the situation, our new Kuhenki friend, Eggy, agrees to head to the moon with us to search for Columbina.
Eggy?
Yeah, that's another Paimon original.
Okay, got it. Oh, I can't wait to see what the different areas of the moon are gonna be like. Is there a lunar base or something?
There is. That's actually the
What
first
is
stop on our lunar expedition. The Eye of Ibni Bellum. Like travelers experienced before when Columbina led us to our spaceship, the gravity here is completely different from Tevat. In fact, the entire lunar surface is like this.
Plus, by using
Awesome.
Archeoloon energy, we can make our bodies even more lightweight.
Ooh, that should make lunar exploration a lot easier.
Before that, though, we'll need to rescue Eggy, because after we land on the moon, she somehow gets captured by a strange device.
Oh no, Eggy!
Yeah.
And to do that, we'll need to venture
So what's
into
up
some
with this moon
underground
base?
ruins. Of course, with the help of Archeoloon energy, the mechanisms and guards around here shouldn't pose too much of a challenge.
Then we'll head to the Lunar Surface Monitoring Station. After accessing the terminal, we'll learn about the mysterious Project Moongazer, which seems to have some connection to the ancient dragons.
Whoa.
Again, I'm assuming Moongazer was what we heard about from the three moon goddesses at the end of the main Nodcry questline, which was Nibelung's plan to turn the moon, to turn one of the moons into a weapon to use against the primordial one, Fanny's.
Dragons.
So does that mean the dragons had plans for the moon?
We knew that.
That is for travelers to discover for
No,
themselves.
we knew that. That was revealed.
But the good news is, the terminal also gives us a few clues on where to search for Columbina, which leads us to our next stop on our lunar adventure, Ungyen's Circle.
Usually hidden away, this facility is used to research lunar life forms, and also seems to have some connection to Project Moongazer.
Whoa.
That kind of
now
is
this
giving
looks
Natland.
completely different from
It's
the
also
lunar
kind of
landscape
giving
outside.
No Man's Sky.
Looks like the dragons turned this place into some kind of experimental lab.
Exactly. This is also where we'll meet other Kuhenki who come from the same place as Eggy. Apparently, these Kuhenki are obsessed with wearing all kinds of different hats.
So
cute.
Still no sign of Columbina, though. Aw.
Well, according to the records in the terminal, Columbina was here at some point, and there was a giant Kuhenki by her side.
Yeah, so to find her, travelers will need to follow the giant Kuhenki high into the sky, clearing away moonlit vines and repairing an elevator along the way.
This elevator will take travelers high above the moon's surface to the third stop on our lunar expedition, the Space Lifeform Capture Station.
Wow, so the dragons not only built
Wasn't
bases
this
on
the silly
moon,
game about
also
fantasy?
a whole structure above it.
Oof, this place doesn't look like it's in the best of shape, though.
Yeah. Apparently, it also has some connection to Project Moongazer. If travelers follow this damaged passageway, they can even reach the open space outside the station.
Wow, Tevat looks so beautiful from this angle. So, we know the giant Kuhenki was heading for the capture station, but what about Columbina?
Don't worry, she's there too.
We finally found her! What's she doing here, though?
Well, she noticed a disturbance in a certain area of the moon, and
Upheaval
it
in
seems
the
to be affecting
sea.
the creatures there. So she came to the capture station to get a better look. That's when the traveler finds her.
Well, of course, the travelers never wanted to leave a problem unsolved. Columbina needs our help, so together we head to the area of the disturbance.
Which happens to be none other than the Lunar Sea. Be careful though, even though it looks beautiful, the high concentration of Archeoloon
That's
energy
very
makes
cool.
this a treacherous place. Travelers will need to avoid the blue areas at all costs.
Ooh.
But I see a lot of blue. How are we supposed to cross?
Don't worry. Thanks to Columbina, the schools of Kuhanki living here are more than willing to help out. They can mimic the jellyfish and whales that live in the lunar sea to help us get across.
Oh, wow. The ecosystem on the moon is even more diverse than I imagined.
I know, right? Travelers might even encounter some
Prism
interesting slimes.
Creations Afterglow.
Of course, aside from the areas we just introduced, there are tons of other places waiting for travelers to explore, including the ever mysterious far side of the moon.
Wait, you're saying we get to go to the dark side of the moon too? Ooh, are we getting aliens now?
Besides the traveler, you mean?
Hey!
Yeah, we have aliens at home, you guys. Chill. No, but seriously, there's a hidden base on the far side of the moon, too? This dragon technology is crazy.
I know, right?
Of course, there's a lot
Again, we're
more to
moving
explore
away
on
from
the far
fantasy,
side of the
moving
moon
into
as well.
sci-fi.
That's right. There's so much more to this lunar adventure than we've been able to cover here.
So be sure to check it out for yourselves in-game.
Wow, this is actually insane. There are so many cool areas and creatures to check out. I bet travelers can't wait.
Yeah, I know, right? Plus, to make lunar exploration a bit easier, the devs have made a few optimizations to the map. After the version update, there will now be an indicator showing which layer of the map you're currently on. And when selecting a landmark with a layer indicator, the layer UI will still
Interesting
remain
pivot,
visible.
yeah.
Of course, this optimization also applies to the Tevat map as well.
Ooh, plus, the moon area is permanent, so travelers can come back and explore anytime.
Ooh, that's awesome.
It's just a new sub-area, yeah. Same as
Who would have thought the
Enkanomiya.
Song of the Welkin Moon would actually end with us going to the moon.
I know. We're really putting the Luna in Luna 8 this time.
Well, I hate to be the one to bring us back down to Earth, but it's time for our next break.
Aw.
We'll be back with exciting information on the Luna 8 event lineup.
See you soon!
To the moon. Interesting pivot, yeah. Again, I'm very curious why their choice was to do Sandrone's story in an event and not in the main story. You know? I'm very curious about that. We had an event all about Arlecchino in Fontaine. We had a main interlude all about Wanderer in Sumeru. So I assumed we would get a main event all about Sandrone to kind of be the capstone here. And it looks like it's tying a lot in with the Narcissenkreuz Ordo. So I thought it would kind of tie up that story the same way the last thing tied, the last Archon quest tied up Sumeru and the Doctor's story. So now that I'm thinking about it, hold on. So we have... So for the Fatui Harbingers, number 1 captain was from Conria. Number 2, Dottore was from Sumeru. Number 3, Columbina was technically from Nodcry. Arlecchino, also from Conria. 5 is Rooster, right? Regrator? Who's from Sneznyha as far as we know. 6 was Wanderer, who's from Inazuma. 7 was Sandrone, right? Who's from Fontaine. 8 was Senora, who's from Mondstadt. 9 was Regrader, who looks like he's from Leeway. It's looking more and more like he was from Leeway. There is no 10, and 11 is Child, who's from Sneznyha. So we have a full spectrum of the world with of Tevat. With all the Harbingers, now that I'm looking at it.
Welcome back, travelers!
That's kind of cool.
You know, there's a character we forgot to mention when we were talking about the Fontinalia Festival earlier.
Charlotte.
Lolly.
Yeah! Granny actually left her house!
Hey, she likes to be social. Sometimes. The important thing is, she has a new outfit.
Wow, look at all the bows!
It's cute.
And the pigtails. That is so cute.
Wait, we just made a big deal about her leaving her house, but doesn't it look like she's wearing pajamas?
No.
Oh my god, it really does! She even has an eye mask and everything!
Hey, Granny was already flustered enough running into the Traveler looking like that. Let's not embarrass her further and leave the rest for Travelers.
Whispers
to
of stars
discover
and
in-game.
smoke.
Okay.
If you're wondering why Granny made the trip to Fontaine, though, it turns out her favorite light novel is getting adapted into a film, and the crew is filming on the Winglet.
Oh, and Charlotte's starring in it? Looks like she's playing a detective.
Yeah, it really suits her, doesn't it?
Is this going to
For
be
a
our free
hard-hitting
outfit?
reporter like her, I'm sure playing a detective didn't feel too far off at all.
That's for sure. The way she pursues the truth is already pretty intense.
Obtained for free! Hell yeah!
Well, looks like we get to run into a bunch of old friends on the Winglet.
Emily. Sorry.
Well, looks like we get to run into a
Emily
bunch of old
Chiori.
friends on the
Yep.
Winglet. I feel
Good,
like some
Caesarine.
fun times are in store.
Oh, the
for
House of the
sure.
Hearth.
So don't miss out, travelers.
So Columbinas is going to be with
Here's
the
another piece of
Fontanian
good
cast?
news, and
Okay.
it has to do with the quest dialogue experience. I'm sure we've all tried to speed up the pace of a quest before by clicking
Skip
through
button?
the dialogue.
Skip
but
button?
most of the time, you have to wait for a set transition time to pass or for certain animations to play out before the next line can play. With the habits of different travelers in mind, the devs have decided
Skip
to
button!
change this
Or
going
speed
forward.
up button?
Starting in Luna 8, travelers can choose to no longer wait to advance dialogue. A single click can immediately move to the next line.
Skip button!
Basically, the pacing of dialogue progression is now something you can control.
Skip button and Genshin.
Wait, that's actually awesome.
Oh, and we should also mention that the Sunny Summer Fontinalia event story is permanent as well. So, travelers can play through it at their own pace.
So it's going to be like the
I feel
most
we keep
recent...
mentioning the
It's going to be like the most recent Lantern Rite and the most recent summer event, last year's summer event in that land. Hey, new Genshin drop today. Teasing the next big update. Very excited.
Winglet, but there's actually a bit more we need to share.
That's right. The ship's aquarium has become a popular filming location, but it needs a bit more work before it can open for business.
Exactly. And that's where you come in, travelers. It's your job to get the aquarium up and running.
Of course, you can't have an aquarium without different species of fish. So the first step is
Mandatory
to head to the water
fishing.
in Fontaine and do some fishing.
You might even spot some containers underwater with high-value collectibles inside. So don't just be on the lookout for fish.
Yup.
We Dave the Diver?
The designated area within the time limit with as many high-value fish and items as possible.
You can then use what you catch to decorate the aquarium and drum up people's interest.
And the more interest you manage to create, the more guests will visit the aquarium. You can even sell the collectibles as souvenirs to earn funds for the business.
Travelers can also head to the pool on the ship and use certain bait or nets
This
to
was a
catch
mini
fish that are
event,
being
like a mini game in an event, and it was
Travelers
4
can
people
also
competing.
Look forward to various rewards
And
for
free
their
Charlotte?
efforts, including primo gems, the chance to invite Charlotte to their parties, and her new outfit.
Ooh.
Whoa,
Wait. We can get Charlotte and her outfit at the same time?
that's so awesome!
Yup.
I can't wait.
That's nothing new. We did that. They did that with Bennett. They did that with Kirara. That's nothing new.
Elsewhere in Fontaine, guests from all over Tevat have arrived for a joint marksmanship exercise.
Oh, looks like
Was
we
that
have the Maison Gardiennage,
not
the
not
Flower
Hertha
Feather Clan,
from
and
the
Knights of
Knights.
Favonius.
Hedwig.
Wow,
Yeah, she
seems
was the
like
one with the
expert
bird.
marksman after another.
Oh, for sure. And with their help, travelers will need to fire observation grenades and guide the projectile as far as they can without hitting obstacles. The farther it flies, the higher the score.
Oh, looks like there's some strategic thinking involved.
Travelers can also look forward to the return of another dance event over in Natland with Dance Dance Easy Breezy Disco.
Ooh, I'm ready to dance. And this time, Mualani has invited even more friends to join.
Oh, cool. Melazines are there this time.
Melazines are
and
breaking it
Asha.
down?
Yep, just grab a few friends, follow the lead dancer the best you can, and have a good time.
Oh, the Saurians on the dance floor are so cute.
Super cute. There are also a few new additions to repertoire of myriad melodies, including a new Not Cry album where roads are pledged to cross, and a new score theme for Columbina.
Yo!
The Leyline Overflow event is also
Leyline
returning,
Overflow.
so don't miss out on the chance to earn double the experience, materials, and more.
Double XP.
In addition, new character and action cards are being added to Genius Invocation TCG. Plus, the Forge Realm's Temper and Heated Battle mode are also returning, so don't miss out.
All right, it's about time for our last break. Don't go anywhere, travelers. We'll see you on the other side.
Tea party time. Next is going to be optimizations and maybe a tease for Sneznyha next. Very cute.
Welcome back, travelers. In the spirit of the season, a new summer-themed lobby and summer outfits are coming to Millie Astra Wonderland.
Oh.
Let's take a look.
I just don't care. It's very cute for the people that like it. Going to the moon, that's gonna be weird. There's gonna be so much lore stuff with the dragons, I feel. I feel like the dragon stuff is one of the last big mysteries of Genshin. And we got a lot with like the angels and the dragons in Lowen's story quest that with Ursa that really piques my interest.
Wow, the slide, the beach. This is perfect for summer.
Yeah, I know, right? It's the perfect place to chat, swim, relax.
Familiar.
And those are just a few examples. A bunch of new outfits are coming to Millie. Rewards, including prismatic crystals and an elegant 4-star outfit set.
Oh, in addition, the editor is also receiving a few allowing craftspeople to design interactive mechanics.
Making it easier for craftspeople to create skills.
You can now
A vehicle.
Oh, totally. In addition to that,
Wild.
Loon for customized over visuals.
Nice. Wow.
Let's move on to some out-of-game news.
Cool.
But why tell you about it when I could just show you? Here, let's take a look.
Oh, Hoyo Fest.
That's the annual
Cool.
event in Southeast Asia, right? I wonder what's in store this time around.
I see art supplies.
And Southeast Asian landmarks.
Ooh.
For anyone who's not familiar, HoYoFest is a huge annual celebration held by HoYoverse that takes place across multiple.
Bangkok, Jakarta, Ho Chi Minh City, Kuala Lumpur, Manila, and Singapore. Oh, that's awesome. And it's all going to be around the same time, though.
Cities in Southeast Asia.
Wow, that's a lot of cities.
Over the same
Looks
4
like there's
days.
a whole bunch of exclusive goodies and merch, too.
All right, guys, that's it for the Luna 8 special program.
Really cool.
Honestly, this version has so much exciting content in store. I'm hyped for the Lunar Sea and some dance, easy
Like.
breezy disco.
No, going to the moon and
I,
Sandrone.
of course, am so excited for Sandrone to return.
Yay!
I just love her so much.
Utterly
and
risible.
I can't wait for everyone to experience her journey and to meet Fagio and see some of her interactions with Columbina.
Where is Polonia?
I'm so happy little grumpy wumpy granny is back. And that she gets a new outfit, even if it is just pajamas. I'm so excited for her to join the fun.
And I am also excited for Sandrone because I love her. And of course, I'm so excited for travelers to embark on this upcoming lunar adventure. It's crazy to even say, but it's not see you in game this time. It's
See you on the moon!
This also happens to be the last version of the song. of the
And we got a
welcome.
few minutes left,
And I'm a
so
bit sad to see it go, but honestly, we couldn't be more grateful to have you come on this journey with us, travelers. So
come on,
thank
give us
you.
something.
Thank you.
So our next big update will be the Sneznyha update. So that's always the first patch when they tease the first patch of a new region. That's when we get the big music. That's when we get all that. So that'll the next time we do that. But before that, they always show us a glimpse. So like I remember when we got the glimpse of Natlan, and this is around the time they showed us the landscape and the dragons and the Saurians. So I'm curious what we're gonna get
and
here.
don't forget to come back to Nodcry and visit from time to time.
You know what that means, though? Sneznyha is literally just around the corner.
Yeah, you know, I almost feel
A month and 3 weeks.
A chill.
Paimon.
Uh-oh. What's happening to Paimon?
War is coming.
Piero?
There's no time to rest on our laurels.
Oh my god.
We must remain devoted until our banner flies high and the dust has settled.
But the snow grows heavier even as we speak. How much time do we and the people of Sneznyha have left? You mean Project Stuzha?
Snowland Faye? Knife Rabbit! Is this like Feywilds?
How much trust have we lost to this plan already? How's that for a numbers game?
Mora isn't water. Sometimes it can flow in unnatural directions.
What is that outfit? First person shooter or third person shooter Genshin? Alright.
Gotta get back to Paimon.
This has been entirely unconstructed.
Agreed.
How about some answers for once?
Silence! Your Majesty, today's outcome
Puccinella?
as expected. Your
How
Majesty
about some answers for...
Alright, hold on, no. I'm watching this again.
Has
I almost feel
So what? Something's happening to Paimon. Paimon is sick? Or could it have something to do with Paimon's maybe true identity?
Paimon.
War is coming.
So this is the train station. This is majestic looking.
This is no time to rest on our laurels.
I'm guessing this is Zapolyarny Palace. This is a cute looking street. I like this. Everyone is dressed very warmly, which, you know, makes a lot of sense.
We must remain devoted until our...
It's a beautiful sculpture in the middle. That's definitely got to be Zapolyarny Palace.
Banner flies high, and the dust...
I'm curious where this is, but we got Child.
has settled.
But the snow grows heavier even as we speak. How much time do... But the snow grows heavier even as we speak. How much...
Curious about where this is.
How much time do...
Again, this looks like they have pointy ears. I'm guessing these are Snowland Fae arresting someone. And people don't look thrilled.
We and the people of Sneznyha...
Again, this looks like... Could we be getting, like, frost giants? Is that maybe one of the Fae races? Because it looks like this creature is frozen. You can see his arms here, these legs. It looks like it's a giant stone golem or troll or giant frozen.
Have left.
And bound by this ice.
You mean Project Sneznyha?
Again, I'm not seeing Paimon floated around the Traveler. This looks like a Fatui outpost. Looks like they're like cutting into the ice. This looks really cool. The frozen lightning. Again, frozen lightning kind of fits the superconduct, right? Oh, this looks like a giant frozen lightning bolt straight out of God of War Ragnarok. That's got to be one of the Snowland Fae, again. It's a rabbit with knife legs and a meat cleaver. And again, so if this is like a winter region, this seems very autumnal. Yeah, it seems very autumn-coded, very fairy-like. Again, there's often Sealy and fairy stuff relies on the seasonal courts, so I think maybe something like that. And then there's that, a giant tree fairy, like maybe a Leshy. Right, I think Leshy were one of them mentioned. It looks like maybe it'd probably be like Geo or like Geodendro.
How much trust have we lost to this plan already? How's that for a numbers game?
Sandrone, Pantalone in the purple looking good.
Mora isn't water. Sometimes it can flow in unnatural directions.
Again, what the hell is this?
Where am I?
What the hell is third-person shooter Fortnite Ether? Are we getting Ether in Fortnite before we're getting GTA 6? That was pretty cool. Got a cryo shot.
Gotta get back to Pine.
Is this a new game mode? And is this how he's using his different powers? Like this, is this Pyro?
This has been entirely unconstructed.
Agreed.
That was Arlecchino. The agreed is Pantalone.
How about...
This is maybe the Kresnik's torch, which is keeping each of the cities
Got some
warm.
answers for once.
Tartaglia.
Silence!
Those eyes are very geocoded. This is our first time seeing Puccinella's in-game model. And I love him. Playable Puccinella. I want this tiny little gremlin man to be playable.
Your Majesty, today's outcome as expected.
A tomb and birch trees.
This. What is this? Is this Zapoljarny Palace? This is gorgeous.
The Tsar's final tokens of affection. That which I set in motion, I shall see to an end.
That was cool. That was cool. So literally the entire patch is the Sunny Summer Fontanalia Festival, including the event wish to the Looking Glass, the Mademoiselle said. But also from the beginning, it looks like it's all going to be available from Jump. That's kind of cool. I'm on board with that. So that means from moment one, from July 1st, everything will be available. From July 1st, we will be able to do Sandrone pulls, the summer event, the Moon Quest. So I always like to let the festivals get a little ground under them before I start it up. Usually it's 6 days. So maybe I'll do a day of the story, a day of exploration, and then give it a couple days before I do the Sunny Summer Fontanalia Festival. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. That was cool. That Sneznyha teaser was awesome. Let's check out just that trailer again. A lot to explore. The setting looks beautiful. Yeah, it looks really cool. I'm very excited. All right. Outfit teaser, Law of Ecology, event overview, the trailer. Let's check out the main version trailer again. From its reflection upon the water, we learn that the new moon has risen. Beneath the early summer night sky, we wander free and unhurried. There is no need to hurry. Home is the destination we are sure to reach. Until then, let us listen to its songs along the way. The Song of the Welkin Moon. Makes sense. So we are getting Marionette, Citlali, our amazing Amberly Connors, who again I've had the pleasure to meet, is lovely lady as Felina. Charlotte, Barbaloth of the Hexen Circle, codename B. I would also love a playable Barbaloth. Because she's an older lady. Risley, Moon Maiden, Columbina, Ether. Oh, that voice we heard was Arya. Okay. Let's listen to that again with the reminder that the final voice is Arya. And
Frostmoon coordinates located. Please proceed to the main control hall for moon landing preparations.
so this is a new area in Nodcry. And now that I think about it, for exploration, the last little innocuous all being on the moon kind of makes sense.
I must return to the moon. There lies my mission.
Eggy. Cool. Cool. I wonder how much of the moon is going to be playable.
After the Pioneer landed, he began to explore the moon.
The Pioneer. Is she talking about us, or is she talking about a previous person who was here? Maybe another descender?
Circumlunar zone. One day, while in the circumlunar zone, he received a mysterious signal from deep space.
Space
All I
whale.
want is to go back home and see what other gifts Alen wanted me to inherit. I really can't go anywhere without running into you two.
Cool. That's Risley's ship. Is going to be... I guess that means... Is this going to be a new permanent location? Celestia. If so, that's kind of cool. I'm trying to deter... Okay. If Celestia's that way... That means the fortress would be over on that side, and this way would be Fontaine City, the court. Because that's Natlan in the back. So that would be to the, yeah, okay.
Our film, A Homecoming.
So this is the second film that Chevreuse has starred in, technically, because she was also the star of Muskets and Roses. Shiori, Farina. Is Farina back to directing?
Officially begin!
The aquarium's closed for the... Huh? A celebration of the entertainment industry? No one
Again, they're meeting...
would choose to sit this one out. This detective costume really suits me.
Take this lunar arcanum.
Barbeloff.
Does that count as a prophecy?
Risley.
The reversed moon.
Again, the fact that Baiju is there with Chi-Chi makes sense, because Chi-Chi's getting the boost. Beto. Yeah, Miko. This is beautiful. I really like the art style of this section of the moon.
The terminal has detected the appearance of an unknown individual.
This side looks crazy.
Its purpose was to turn the moon into a space-based weapon.
And again, that was the big reveal during the end of the Welkin Moon proper, when we were in Rarier's prison, created by Nibelung to contain the three Moon Sisters. That Nibelung went mad and was trying to turn the moon into a weapon just before his defeat at the hand of Thanos.
I already learned the truth at the moon's core.
Columbina.
As for this place, it is the masterpiece of that Dragon Lord of Darkness.
Nibelung. The corrupted Nibelung, I should say.
She is the key to activating Project Moongazer. Don't go, Columbina.
We knew what this order would cost from the beginning.
So this voice right here is Arya. So is that the Master? Because that's the Tower of Ipsissimus, which for me is sunk to the bottom of the ocean. Because I did that part of the quest. That's the center of the Narcissan Kreuz Ordo. So could this be Rene de Petrichor grown that we never really got to meet? No, because he had purple hair. And again, the giant Hydrotulpa reminds me of the Master.
If Columbina is calling for help, the spaceship's our only chance.
Project Moongazer. It responded to me.
I have a certain feeling about how she views that decision.
Or this is Arya, right? I have a feeling how she views that too.
If what Alen said is true.
This is just a crazy shot. The Master going into punch Sandrone?
Then I'm about to be born anew. Inverted. World formula. Reversion.
I feel like... Did they mention anything about a story quest for her? Or is that just part of her Archon quest? I'm so curious. Is all the Sandrone coming back stuff going to be in the festival? Or is the Sandrone returning stuff going to be in tying in with Columbina and the moon stuff, and that'll be the capstone on their Narcissus? I don't know. I don't know, and it intrigues me. Right? Am I crazy? They didn't really mention that. Now that I'm thinking about it. They didn't mention whether, yeah, the Sandrone quest was going to be part of the summer festival, or is the Sandrone stuff going to be, In 2024, I joked we'd be on the moon before I got Dainsliff. Well, to minions, tonight we are going to the moon! You thought we were going on for summer vacation? No, we're raiding the Death Star. The return of the Narcissus Ordo is a blessing for Fontaine lore lovers. I imagine Columbina and Sandrone reunion like Marty and Alex in the Madagascar movie. Don't go Columbina. My granny can't be this cute. Oh yeah, this is the... It's very cool. The other one... Man, I'm excited. This looks like it's going to be a great patch. And Sneznyha kind of looks crazy. In Sneznyha, those who brave the cruel cold follow their own laws of survival. Every road guided by the light of the pole star will, in the end, lead to the same destination. Or every road is guided by the every light guided by the pole star will. Light of the pole star will, in the end, leads to the same destination. Got it. Paimon, Ether, the Jester Piero, Child Tatalia, Marionette Sandrone, Regrator Pantalone, the Knave Arlecchino, the Rooster Pulcinella, and Anastasia Fyodorova Sneznyha, a.k.a. the Tsaritsa. So wait, is that our first time properly hearing the Tsaritsa's voice? Traveler when the world is in danger, dull sword. Traveler when Paimon is in danger, pull out the blicky. Call of Duty, Call of Sneznyha. Child is back in an Archon quest in his homeland. We gotta lock in when Paimon's in danger. We're in the Matrix. How about we explore the area ahead later? Oh no. Senora wasn't lying when she said Tenshukaku looks small compared to Zapoyarny Palace. That's true. Again, the minute Paimon gets cold, Ether locks in and gets strapped up. That's it.
Paimon.
Oh, and again, immediately, this is something of note, something very important, and it makes me incredibly happy. Immediately, Ether has that light blue earring. No more of that Natland BS about not getting Pyro till the end of the quest, which I hated. I thought that was a bad move to make the Traveler not playable really till the end of Natland. I thought that was a boneheaded move. The only time I use the Traveler is when I play the story quests. And Traveler was essentially useless in Natland. Traveler is starting with Cryo. Good.
War is coming. This is no time to rest on our laurels.
And I didn't really listen to the dialogue, so let's just... War is coming, no time to rest on our laurels. I feel like this is... They're talking about, like, this is being the culmination of Project Sneznyha. In the next 2 or 3 patches, Project Sneznyha will happen. And I'm assuming this is the culmination of the Fatui's plans. I also... Look at this, it looks like... The sky kind of looks like roots. Like a root system. That's gotta be some Fae.
We must remain devoted until our banner flies high.
Again, I'm very curious about this room. It looks like an institute or like a giant meeting chamber. Could this be like a meeting hall for the head of Sneznyha, and like as the harbingers of the Fatui, they have places of honor?
And the dust has settled.
But the snow grows heavier even as we speak. How much time do...
This I'm curious about too. This seems like a more industrialized area. And this has to be like an official outfit for the Fae, because they have the pointed ears of the Fae folk. Again, that also kind of leads me to believe Alice and Klee might have a connection to the Fae. And the third pointy-eared person we ever met or ever saw in Genshin lore was technically Puccinella, who we actually have a really good in-game model for.
And the people of Sneznyha.
Again, I want to know a lot about this thing. This looks cool. Again, it looks like it's going to be based around a lot of folklore. Again, this is giving Ice Giant, right? This is really giving Ice Giant. This is going to be just like a weird pull, but Russian Ice Giant. Let's see. Is there anything in lore? The Frozen Giant of Siberia. Ice Giant myth. Jotuns, right? Germanic. Yeah, is there anything in Russian lore about Jotuns? My mind immediately goes to Jotunar, but that's more Conria. Right? I guess it does kind of fall into Slavic.
Have left. You mean Project Sneznyha?
Because we know Jack Frost. Hold up.
Project Sneznyha?
Again, the trains look like they're going to be fully playable. There's a little paws down here. Who's waving their paws over here? Was that a puppy? Again, this... we saw this during the micro tease at the end of the last thing, but Frozen Lightning, and it kind of makes why the first Stellar thing they're making, Stellar Conduct, which is what happens when Special Cryo and Electro meet, and we see Frozen Lightning. Coincidence? I think not. It also looks so intense. Like, look how, like, the wind buffeted this and it froze. Whenever you see stuff like that in real life, like the... Oh, it's directly behind my face. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. Right there. So I paused. That's the lightning bolt looks like it stays in place after it strikes. And again, this looks like a tall, blizzard-covered mountain. I kind of hope they bring back the cold mechanic from Dragonspine, the sheer cold. And you have to deal with sheer cold in certain areas. Because, like, we haven't had sheer cold in a long time. I think it'd be a really cool mechanic to bring back. And not for the whole thing, but only in, like, certain areas to deal with. Because like, dealing with sheer cold in the beginning of the game was annoying. Now we have so many more options for mobility and pyro characters. There's more ways to deal with it, right? Like, look at that. Tell me that wouldn't inflict sheer cold. And seeing... Like, in this kind of scene, this is where you would normally see Paimon struggling to fly and keep up. I think Paimon might be out of commission for this. Laws of the Bitter Frost. Oh, let me... And also this music. Right here. That music slaps. That music really slaps. What a cool enemy design. So that's not a Jack Frost, obviously. I'm so curious what it is. It's definitely one of the Snowland Fae, though, right? And again, the same root system is in the sky here. That was over Zapoljarny Palace. I'm thinking this is a Leshy. Because myth Leshy. I always read it with an I. Leshy is a spirit or shapeshifter it's a protector of the forest. And I think it was in that's what it kind of reminded me of, the Leshy from Witcher 3 that are forest spirits. They're made of wood and tree and like deer skulls and trees. That's what it reminded me of. Right? This giant tree spirit. What kind of Genshin... What do we know of the Snowland Fae and Fae spirits? Were created by the artisans of Hyperborea. Created and made purely from the Frost Moon's light. Taught to them by Koitar, who was the first angel. When the Celestial Nail, many of them were turned into an icy silvery mist. The Fae of Sneznyha once held a recognized place in the order political by their tradition from the Belisar to the Tsaritsa. The Belisar was the previous Cryo Archon, who himself was a Snowland Fae, and his child is the current Tsaritsa. Once integrated, where is... Certain hives and status are only available to Fae, such as the elite Guvardia. Under the Tsaritsa's reign, this position has been given to the Oprichniki officers, regardless of status or origin. Sneznygrad. So a lot of that area that we saw has to be Sneznygrad, right? Novitsgrad. So we know of a couple cities. Fae could take many forms. Flynn's is a lantern fae. We've seen Jack Frost's. Salino and Linnea are augury birds. Right? Yeah, augury birds. There you go. Which, again, they have the little winged ears. So that's the type of fae they are. So here we go. Known fae. Vila are the... the beautiful women. Domovoi. According to Russian, the personification of the supreme rod in the microcosm of kinship. Spirit of the house. It dwells in any places in the home, near the oven, under the doorstep. Okay, a Domovoi is a household spirit. The Vila. Fairy, woodland spirits. I might have just been thinking the Harry Potter mythos, right, where the Vila are beautiful women. But Vila denotes a woodland spirit. Oh, here, in the Chronicle Old Polish, in Russia, Vile are mentioned in the 11th century. There's doubt whether they're a part of Russian folklore or just literary tradition. Okay. Folklore accounts of Wila as, like, fairies, female spirits of nature. Intriguing. We know changelings are among them. The Lantern Flay, we know Finn. Mstislav. King Mstislav was the final ruler of Volodnik, killed by Noramak Sneznyha when the latter pierced his skull, who was the Belazar. That's right. And that was the beginning of Sneznyha. The son of the mountain. The blood devourer. Mstislav attempted to invoke the power of the Shadow Realm. That would be the Abyss in the final battle. The Pale Star Court. Mstislav was king and head of an alliance. The fiefs of the Vila paid tribute to him. So I'm guessing that could be like giant folk, the Volkodlaks. I'm trying to remember who was the weird... Yes, this is who we saw in the Pokemon quest, during Linnea's story quest. Viliana, an open world NPC. She is of the Snegovik Fae. There's snow... anthropomorphic snow sculptures. Okay. Child's lover is... Ajax is a popular hero in Sneznyha legend. Oh, the previous. Including discovering Hyperborea, sailing a sip into a whale's belly, fighting a dragon for 7 days. Da-da-da. Nice. So Tartaglia was as Ajax was named after this Ajax. Got it. Jack Frost, we know Lumi is a Jack Frost with Linnea, but he's a different colored Jack Frost. So so there's nothing really about what those rabbits are. These were just names that we've seen in all the books. In the court. The Fae most adept in transformation. The vagabond who lived... it was a Fae who moonlighted as the vagabond, an infamous thief, and the escape artist. That was all about Reed Miller. Yep, that was in Reed Miller's storyline. Priobraneski. Doing experiments on Kuvaki in the Nothing Passage. And he birthed the catastrophe. Okay. Augury birds, Linnea and Celiano. Lantern flay like fins. And the one we've heard a lot about was the siren Voidanista, who we now know works in the opera. Or right here is the prima soprano of the Korolevsky troupe. So she's like a traveling singer. And this is her in Linnea's voiceover. Audiences at the opera house go crazy for her, completely unaware they're hearing is the echo of the ocean waves. I'm sure she has her reasons, but I can sense an allure hidden deep within her singing voice. If ever unleashed, would bewitch anyone in earshot and send them to doom. That kind of sings true not only to sirens, crashing sailors, ships on the rocks, but also kind of banshees, right? If you hear the banshee cry, you're destined to die. That's fascinating. We saw her name mentioned in a recent quest, right? Was it during Lohan's story quest? I feel like I saw that name not long ago. It might have been in... Oh. So there's a lot of interesting potential with Snowland Fae. And I feel like that's going to be the bulk of it. Knowing that... We also know, that they have changeling stuff tied in. Oh, here you go. Vila, Slavic female spirits of nature. Domovoi of the household. Slavic spirits of the household. Vorkodlak, shapeshifters who take the form of wolves. Okay, so the creature we're fighting there might be a Volkodlak. Sneznyha are the Snow Maidens, Jack Frost, Augury Birds, Lantern Fae, and the Leshy. So there we go. There's the Leshy. Appearing in the form of a plant, animal, or anthropomorphic creature. So I guess maybe the rabbit could also be a Leshy. I was thinking the tree was a Leshy. But if it's an anthropomorphic creature as well, the rabbit could be one?
Sometimes it can flow in...
Right here.
How much trust have we lost to this plan?
Oh my god, I don't know what the hell's going on with my internet. And with YouTube. It's kind of sucking. I'm fighting the rabbit. Fighting the tree spirit. Which again is giving Geo with the rock. I'm not seeing anything else in the background here. Again, just the way it's set up and like the lanterns makes me think maybe this is another snowy, sheer cold area that's maybe being like temporarily changed. Oh, Yumi Mizuki's on this team. You can tell by the clouds and the little...
How much trust have we lost to this plan already? How's that for a numbers game?
And again, this is her with her new eyes. So this is post-resurrection, blah, blah, blah. Not a flashback. We know he doesn't have a vision. Does he maybe wield an electro delusion? Because he's giving electro in this outfit.
Mora isn't water. Sometimes it can flow in unnatural directions.
This is us tapping into the Matrix. We're putting on full dive VR. The where am I is weird. Is this like a virtual reality world? What is this place? Is it like a training simulation in the Fatui? Again, my thought is that Ether and Lumine, the Traveler, is going to join the Fatui and work our way up to the position of 10th Harbinger. I truly believe that. I truly believe we are going to become the 10th Harbinger of the Fatui before the end of the story quest. And it will be like an honorary position. So we will not be true Fatui members the same way we're not true Knights of Favonius. Right? We're the honorary knight, and the 10th Harbinger spot will be an honorary position. And I personally have a theory. In a couple missions now, memories have played a big role, particularly like in the most recent story quest with Dottore and the altering of memories that Kale saw through. In the previous teaser for Sneznyha, they talked about the power of cryo to preserve things. And that's kind of be the theme of cryo, is preservation, and it can even freeze memories. I think the Tsaritsa, with the power of cryo, might remember Wanderer, Scaramouche, by having her memories frozen and preserved, even from the changes in the world in Irminsul. I believe that her memories have been preserved. That's why the 6th seat has not been filled. That's neither here nor there. This is a hydro splash. So are we going to have access to all the elements? Because it was definitely... We were shooting it with cryo bullets. Then we shoot it with a big hydro shotgun to freeze them. Back to cryo. Cryo.
Gotta get back to Paimon.
Pyro grenades. Is this how they're gonna have the Traveler be switching through elements? That's pyro. It's a pyro grenade launcher. Again, this area looks very weird and distorted and fake.
But entirely unconstructed.
Agreed.
How about some answers for what?
Well, hold up. What was that?
Agreed.
What is this guy right here? There's just a really bulky dude with a weird head?
How about...
This has been entirely unconstructed.
Agreed.
Look, that's like a golem, maybe?
How about some answers for once?
Kresnik's torch.
Silence.
Again, I'm very impressed with how good this character model looks. I really hope he's playable. I doubt he will be. I'm still really hoping he becomes playable.
Your Majesty, today's outcome as expected.
A tomb and birch trees. That's all.
These frozen trees kind of look like the roots from the sky. Could the roots maybe be like coming from this floating island? Where is this leading? I don't know. Can this be like... I feel like this lore is going to tie a lot in with Hyperborean lore, which we started teasing at the end of the Not Cry quest.
Lars' final tokens of affection.
A tomb and birch trees. The Tsar's final tokens of affection. So she's talking about her father, the Belly Tsar.
That which I set in motion, I shall see to an end.
And our last little teaser was the... collecting snapshots along the way, combining them with all kinds of stories. Has any of these pictures posed a mystery that piques your interest? Sweet dreams shrouded in moon haze.
Start by ruling out the impossible.
Again, I think it's a really cute outfit. Herlock variations. I like the magnifying glass on the hip and the little goggles.
The truth is just a snap.
She's the single side pony. I think it's a really cute outfit.
Shot away.
Again, the 5-star outfits are usually great, but I really like the 4-star outfits. I always think the 4-star outfits are surprisingly solid for the free outfits. Like, I love Karara's 4-star outfit, the Nekomata in boots. I love Kaya's roguish 4-star outfit. I love Kaya's 4-star. Benny's 4-star from last year was incredible. Yao Yao's Lantern Red 4-star was really good. And here's Sitlali.
What time is it?
Pajama Sitlali. All right. That was pretty rad. That was pretty rad. The horrifying Otozi has a new video. All right. Nah, man, I really liked that. All right, well, that was about 2 straight hours of analyzing Genshin videos. I'm incredibly excited. It looks like we've got a couple really good weeks ahead of us. I think my plans for tomorrow got moved to Saturday. So I definitely should be free tomorrow. I think I'm going to do, what was it? Millennium Tales Adventures of Elliot, the new 2.5D game from the Octopath Studio team. And start that up, and that'll be my next big game for our summer gaming. Until then, I think this was just a little tease for Nod Cry. So for the end of Nod Cry and the beginning of Sneznyha. And I'm really excited. July 1st. 11 days. Can't come soon enough. All right. I think I'm going to call it for now. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I appreciate you so much. And I will see you tomorrow with more gaming. So until then, have a good one. Stay awesome. Peace.